Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you today, and we are going to be checking out the reveal and announcement and some of the stuff surrounding the next expansion to Final Fantasy XIV, or Final Fantasy Online, depending on how you want to refer to it, and that is Endwalker. Now, I do have the title reveal in front of me. I've not watched anything about this. The only things that I know is that it involves something with the moon, and there's a new class called the Sage. Are you falling? Don't you dare fall. And that's it. I know very little else. Now, my experience with Final Fantasy XIV is ongoing but limited. I haven't gotten out of A Realm Reborn yet because I don't play it very often. So, yeah, I've not gotten through Heaven's Ward or Stormblood or Shadowbringers or anything, and I've just been told that every expansion is better than the one before it, which is great. But the game wants a lot of time, and I'm giving it some time. But that doesn't mean I don't want to see what comes next. So, without further ado, let's begin. Stay. How dare you? Koopa? No! It's fine. Don't mind him. It was a secret Santa gift. But I have no way to keep him on my shoulder very well. Am I gonna get DMCA'd for this? Dude legit just looked like Silas from League of Legends. That was a fun effect. Alright.
Of the star had begun to fray, its lands rent by tooth and claw.
Man, if Square Enix is one thing good, it's cinematics. God damn. There's the twins. We love the twins. Okay, I take back what I said. That monster looks kind of not very good. Characters looked good. Monster looks kind of funky.
Alize!
Excuse me?
All right. I can look after myself, you know. And I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
Oh, damn.
Past the far edge of fate, bring blades dark and light, tolling the coming of the end.
I barely know who that guy is. I barely know. So are we going to the moon? Or does it just involve the moon? Also, I really think I'm getting fucking DMCA'd. Like, I'm gonna be... This video is getting claimed by whoever owns that song. Fall 2021. Sweet. I'm putting you down, you cute little bastard. Anywho, so, also, quick tangent. Very quick, small little tangent. So, this... I'm gonna turn this down for a second. This style... So, this is the Sage. I've seen a picture of them with these... whatever the fuck these are floating behind them. Quick tangent, Kappa. Hey. So, these, I don't know what to call these. But I really want to know where they started from. Because wherever they started, they have now started to just, over the years, permeate over and over and over again. So, if we look up New 13, is that... Blaze Blue. Is your number 13? Yeah, new 13. So like this is when I remember the first instance of seeing this type of like battle design. Hers are blades instead of like guns. And then like after new 13, like more characters within the BlazBlue universe ended up having these. And then in one of the last videos that Monty Oum did before he started working at Rooster Teeth doing Ruby, he made a character that also fought with these things. And then there's like Aurelia from League of Legends that fights with these now. She has these floating blades behind her the same way, and they always look and kind of move the same. And there's one more. Like there's a character from like Fate or Fate Zero or Fate Stay Night or something that also has this effect. I want to know where they started from. Where did these start from? Because they're cool, but they always kind of look the same, and they just make me think of all the things that I just went off on a tangent on. But I don't know where they started, because wherever they started, good for you. Okay, so we need to find Final Fantasy XIV. Sage is the name? Sage reveal, yes. Original design was Yu Yu Hakusho? Really? Are we still talking about fucking finger guns? No, I'm not talking about finger guns. God damn it. No. Oh my God. No. All right. I was about to look up a Yu Yu Hakusho, like try and find the Yu Yu Hakusho characters that have blades flown behind them. I love that show. Oh, God. All right. So we should see what they actually look like in a game now. That's cool. Yeah, this is the new Sage class act. Okay, well that didn't show me very much. Of course, I don't know. A lot of their newer classes start at higher levels. So it does make me wonder. I'm guessing they're a level 50 plus class. The same way that like Shadow, Samurai and Dancer are, that you can't use them from the beginning of the game. You have to get farther through the game and then you can switch to them later on. That's just a guess though. They look like a higher end class, which is why they say that. There's probably information that says this somewhere. Hell, it might even be in the description here. I'm not even level 50 yet. My highest class or job is level 40, and all the rest are level like 10 because I bounce around too much and get distracted. This is cool. Is there anything else? Like, that was pretty. But I don't feel like I actually saw anything. There was the class and a real pretty cinematic, and that's it. And you know what? Maybe that is it. Maybe that is it. It looks cool. I mean, Square Enix is so good at making freaking cinematics. What more do you want? Maybe like a bit of story information, because I gotta let you know. I feel like they were trying to tell us what was going on, and I had no idea. And maybe that's because I'm not all the way through the game. Like maybe it's because I'm not at the end of the latest expansion, and I don't recognize all of the characters and stuff like that. But I also feel like they were just like, yeah. The moon and stars. Can't do it. Not today. It's cool, though. And also, like, I really hope, and I feel like they are, I feel like Square Enix is learning. The weapons are called Nowliths. So Endwalker the Moon is the origin story of Realm Reborn coming back? Who knows? Maybe they're being like, all right, well, we finally proved our success. We can try and rehash what happened before the world got blown up. So back to what I was about to say, though, which is I feel like Square Enix is finally learning. I feel like they caught so much flack from Final Fantasy 15 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake that they have learned since then to not announce things too early. This was announced and was like, it'll be out in 6 months. And I'm like, oh, cool. That's pretty good. I like that. That's not super far away. Now, this is an expansion for their online MMO, so it's not the same as like a regular game. But I feel like they had a shorter announcement to release period planned for things like I don't feel like Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced too soon. I feel it was only like a year before it came out, which I think a year is fine. Anything more than a year, and I think you might be stretching it too far. Outriders maybe was 2 years, because I think it was shown off originally at like E3 2019, I want to say. So I feel like they're learning that it's better to just turn up, deliver strong, and just roll with your introduction and the hype that you do from presenting it, and take that straight to release. Instead of being like, hey, we're working on this. I don't even remember Outriders. It's their game that initially looks like Destiny, but it's not Destiny. And it's nothing close to Destiny, but when it was initially revealed, it definitely looked like Destiny. But it's since shown that it is wanting to be its own separate thing. So, yeah, I won't. I guarantee you, I will not be through Final Fantasy XIV's current content by the time that Endwalker is released. But it does mean that I get to look forward to having even more content to slowly play my way through. Because when I've played a Final Fantasy XIV, the game's incredible. The game's really good. I've played a lot of MMOs. I've played a lot of them. Oh, God, I've played a lot of them. And the one I probably spent the most time with was World of Warcraft. And it's not that I didn't enjoy World of Warcraft, but after playing Final Fantasy XIV, it just makes all of the things in World of Warcraft look so much lazier than I would have thought otherwise, because they put a lot of polish into a lot of things in Final Fantasy XIV. Even just like your basic abilities are impressive visually to look at. They have stronger visual and audio design than anything that I'd ever seen in World of Warcraft. And that's at level like 10. and that just really blew me away. My favorite MMO of all time is actually Guild Wars 1, but that game is long in the past now, unfortunately. And Guild Wars 2 was not a very good sequel to it, in my opinion. Still a good game, but not a very good sequel to what I wanted from just more of Guild Wars 1. But back to Final Fantasy XIV, I've enjoyed it a lot. The story is good. The characters are enjoyable and memorable outside of, to go with the Warcraft comparison, there's like half a dozen that are like really, really memorable, and then everyone else is thrown away, and normally literally thrown away. WoW's running on 20-year-old engine, though. They really need a Realm Reborn nuke, really. I'm surprised that we have not seen a World of Warcraft 2 yet. I expected a World of Warcraft 2 literally like 10 years ago. And no. Nope. So, outside of that guy you barely remembered in the video. I remembered the twins. I can't remember their names very well because I'm bad with names. And I vaguely remember the dude that was walking on the moon. And I didn't recognize like anybody else. But I probably haven't met those people yet because I'm still a wee babe. So, as for the video, looks cool, not a lot of substance. That's kind of all I'm feeling here. Looks cool. I imagine they'll reveal more. Final Fantasy XIV is just like constant on their content all the time. It's so impressive, especially when you hear people constantly complaining about like content droughts in World of Warcraft, and Final Fantasy XIV's like, nah, bro, we got you. Every like 3 months, we're going to have, it's not going to be huge. It's not going to be huge, but every like 3 months, here's a little bit more. little bit more. And Yoshi P, the director of Final Fantasy XIV, he also has openly stated, like, I do not want you to feel like you have to play my game all day, every day. Play it, enjoy it, have fun. And if you feel like you need to stop, stop. If you want to come back, wonderful. We were going to keep on making content here and there and here and there. If you want to just come back and play that content and do that content, cool. And then if you want to stop and wait for it again, awesome. We're not going to put things in this game that make you grind, that make you have to keep playing to where you get a fear of missing out or like you're not getting progression if you don't keep playing. We want to design good, enjoyable content that is delivered at a good, enjoyable pace. And once you have exhausted that, if you want to stop, you are by all means welcome to stop. We would invite you back, though, when we do, patch 6.2 and then play through 6.2, and then we'll invite you back for patch 6.3. And then, of course, hey, new expansion. Please come back and play it some more. So, content drought in WoW is people refusing the content given to them 90% of the time. I mean, is that really the case, though, if the content you're being delivered is just asking you to do a reputation grind? Like, just literally just do a daily quest and kill the same enemy for the 50th plus day in a row to make a bar go up so that you can buy a bauble from, the Thunder Hooves. Like, I don't like, that's normally what they end up doing over in World of Warcraft, is they just put in these big fatty fat grinds at the end, and because they just want you to keep playing. They want you to stay. Where Final Fantasy XIV is like, come back later if you want. We'll still be here. So, I wouldn't say rep grind. I would say difficulty in raiding in dungeons and the bigger and stronger player fantasy. I mean, not so much anymore, because they've added things like Raid Finder and all of those kind of different things to make it where if you want to experience that content, you can. If you want to play the higher difficulty stuff, then, that'll take some work. But they've definitely made a lot of accessibility options for World of Warcraft so that people don't feel so put off by having inaccessible content. But if you go through Raid Finder and you just slam through a raid and kill all the bosses, and then after that, you're like, well, I'm done. That's fine. That's fine. But World of Warcraft generally will see a little bit of content maybe every 6 months, sometimes 9, sometimes it's up to a year, and there's huge content droughts at the end of expansions in World of Warcraft, generally lasting a year or more. So it kind of just depends. But regardless of all of that said, we're going to get ready to get out of here, everybody. I would love to hear what your thoughts are about MMOs in general, since we kind of just bounced around a whole bunch of different ones, whether it's EverQuest, as I saw Vandashar mention, or Ultima Online, or Guild Wars, or Guild Wars 2, or WildStar, if you played that, or Final Fantasy 11 or 14, or World of Warcraft, or EVE Online, or RuneScape, or Terra. Or what was the other one that was around that came out right around the same time as Terra that was also meant to be a free-to-play one? I don't remember. Let me know what your thoughts are on MMOs in general, about the MMOs we've talked about, or about Final Fantasy XIV in general, or your thoughts on the reveal and announcement for Final Fantasy XIV's next expansion, Endwalker. Also, we do these reactions live on stream. We stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and the reactions happen after our regularly scheduled content on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you're more than welcome to join us and have your voice heard live during the conversation, as you have seen many people do today. I'd love to have you here. Also, some of these reaction trailers are suggested by the community. We have a channel dedicated to it in our Discord server, and there's a link to everything I just talked about and more down in the description below. So, lastly, there's some other YouTube videos that you can watch over there in the sidebar and now on the channel. More reaction videos, as well as a series called First Impression, where we play through the beginning of a video game and review it from the perspective of only what it shows us in its opening moments. So if you do go check out one of the other YouTube videos, or if we see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. Peace out.